different kinds of dreams. One is projected by your worries.
Okay.
If there are dreams that are projected by your worries, and people will see themselves drowning, and they say, well, did I drown in a previous lifetime? Is this a memory of that? There are some dreams that when you're astrally traveling, when you are in your deep REMs, and you are having an out-of-body experience, you know, which, again, scientifically it's not been proven. However, yogis have been known to do that, you know.
So there's something deeper even
There's
than
deeper,
dreams.
there's deeper,
Is that important?
yes, because the spirit is not bound by the physical body.
Yes, yes.
And the spirit
Thank
can
God.
travel.
Yes.
Exactly. You know, the physical body is the one that's needing the rest, because we're active, we're on the go 12, 14, 16 hours. We only get between 5 to 8 hours of rest. And the physical body is the one that's a machine that is tired for it. But the spirit is, at that time, I feel, the spirit goes out like the teenagers that sneak out and do all their fun stuff. And maybe the spirit is leading a life in a third dimension, which we cannot prove scientifically, but I know how I see the visions and how I see certain people laying in sleep, and I know that spiritually they're not there. When I say spiritually, I don't mean faith-wise, but that the spirit has left the body and is in a different dimension when they're sleeping.
Okay, you can see that with a child even?
With even a child, yes, an older person. And it's like...
I've heard that we go out, you know, connected with what they call the silver cord, and even do healings or visit with others on that plane.
Absolutely.
And I've often wondered, why am I so tired when I wake up in the morning?
You were so busy.
Traveling, you know? Wait a minute.
You were busy.
Slow down a little. But I heard that, and it's really wonderful.
Yeah.
But we're so unaware. I guess, in a way, we need to really be focused on this plane in a certain way.
For sure, in our waking hours.
Yes,
you know.
Yes.
And so many people do connect with loved ones that have passed on. And they might remember it as having had a dream where they met their father who had passed away, or met their mother or their, you know, relative or loved one, and they feel it was so real because they could smell the person, feel the person's energy. And it's not just because they came to visit them, but they left their body and went to visit them in spirit form, you know.
So we're actually leaving
our body.
We're connected, though. We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like you come back and go, which one is mine?
I know. No. I'm like, get in the wrong one.
Exactly.
I didn't mean to tell him a thing or two.
For me, it'll always be the, you know, the 70-pound lighter body. Oh, that's mine.
I know. That's the one. Get rid of it. No, but it's true.
You don't really.
Active. Now, when our callers hopefully start calling in, you know, not quite yet, but near the bottom of the hour, Usha is able to actually connect with loved ones and also answer questions clairvoyantly that you have, you know, in this life. Which is what she does, you know, all the time at home. And I know that you love to do it, and you bring your little cards, so that you can answer with those. And why do you use those cards again? Because
I use the cards to just kind of give me an exact answer at times. When people are looking for exact ones, you know, and they go, well, I went for this job and I want to know if I'm going to get hired, you know. And they're not looking for a job as a career down the road, what will be the best for them. They want an instant answer. I'm just thinking. Yes, my bangles are making noise.
Beautiful. Well, show those off. We've got to get, maybe Allegra over here can get a wonderful picture of her beautiful bangles.
They have these
they're
gorgeous...
just hitting the table. I'm afraid they're going to make a lot of noise.
They're jingle jangling away.
Fantastic. That you got from an Indian.
Yes, in Berkeley they have a lot of stores from India, and these are in India. We wear them all the time. In fact, when a boy has a crush on a girl, he will offer bangles. That's a romantic sign from a guy. Oh yes.
Now, I hope all of the men are listening to that, because I have long arms.
Exactly.
No, they're so beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Something romantic going on there.
We love our jewelry back in India.
Oh, I know. It's so beautiful, too.
Thank you.
Anyway, so when you do call in to talk to Usha, definitely she can answer the questions either connecting with someone, or any health problems or questions, money, relationships, spiritual, moving, anything like that, by her wonderful clairvoyant gift that you have. And it's changed you. You say it's really helped you grow a lot, and it can help people grow a lot to recognize.
Absolutely.
And, sometimes we recognize it, but we're afraid of it.
We're afraid of it because there is no standard out there what you compare it to, and everyone has intuition.
Yeah, okay.
It's
That's
arcane information. It is within our DNA because we are sensual beings. We rely on our senses. We have the sense of touch, of smell, of everything.
Yes.
So we do have that sixth sense that is just not spoken about, but we all do have it. However, we don't illustrate it by practicing it. We don't allow it to rule us. But if we were to practice listening to it more, it does become
So the knowledge
stronger.
is right there. But what, are we just distracted or afraid, or? I mean,
Logic.
We have to learn to logic.
Logic.
We have to, I really remember when I was in philosophy hearing about how Plato didn't like arts and so forth because he wanted people to learn to think and not just be emotionally moved.
Involved.
But then Shelley came along and he took the opposite, which I thought was so beautiful. He said, as emotional human beings, we can express these beautiful feelings and poetry, and it's like, wow, putting those two together.
Absolutely.
Is so amazing.
We are a complex being.
Yes,
we cannot just be one-faceted. We are multifaceted. And however we are, the lines are lit up.
The lines are lit up. Just hold on a little while longer and just give her a chance. That's why we talk so fast, because you're going to have a lot of questions.
So we have to allow ourselves to accept and acknowledge that we are feeling beings, and therefore we are going to know or have to know our answers,
Yeah. My JP over here, he keeps me awake. Yes, so, that's true. And we don't always recognize it.
We don't allow ourselves to recognize it.
You're right.
We're all skeptical. Right. I was skeptical. I would see visions and I would be skeptical, and I'd say, where am I this coming from? Why am I seeing this and no one else? Long before dust mites were recognized as being an insect, I would see them in the dust, on the drapes, on the carpets, especially when the maid would come to clean. I was a little girl, and my cousins would tease me as being a germaphobe. Oh my God, she's a germaphobe. I said, no, there's all these creatures. Look at them. And they couldn't see them, and me as a little girl, I would be like squealing away, like, no, don't touch me. It's got germs,
Do people listen to you when you say that? I mean, I don't want to say how do your kids do, but, it's like, or do they have to kind of discover it themselves?
I have learned over the years to become more conservative about what information I'm going to share with people, because I feel what my place in life has been that I'm a witness. I'm a witness to events, witness to things that will occur, but there is no way that I can change them.
That you can change them, right.
And accidents will happen, people will get hurt, people will go through divorces, people will have job losses, people will go up and down economically, but it's just that I'm just witness to it. And if they come to ask me a question, I can send them on a sense of direction, but unless they bring the change for themselves, I can't change anyone.
How do you help someone? And I'm going to take the first, all three lines are lit up. So Francine's in there doing her wonderful job with the phones, and we're ready to take the questions, but the phones. But how do you help people understand? I mean, to me, it's like, I don't want anyone to tell me what to do, but please tell me what to do. It's like, wait a minute.
There are choices. We create our destiny by making our choices, and I tell everyone that. You have free will.
Thoughts?
You can pick your, exactly, like we spoke about, thoughts can become a reality.
I haven't even had to look at it. We've already covered it. That's true. Exactly. What are we putting into our thoughts.
Exactly.
What's going on in there?
What are the ingredients? Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, when you think in vain, then guess what? Envy will be your friend, they say.
Yeah.
You know,
Wow.
when you are thinking with joy, automatically people want to rejoice with you. You know,
that's
because
true.
that's what you will attract. So yeah, the law of attraction, whatever you think, you will attract. But then again, at the same time, you hear of wonderful things happening.